As we move beyond 70, life subtly changes, not with sudden crises, but with quiet signals our bodies whisper. These signs speak of resilience, energy, and independence, guiding us to understand our health without fear, to honor the years we've lived, and to thrive with dignity. There is a quiet, almost imperceptible signal that your body is still holding steady, that life's currents continue to flow smoothly beneath the surface. It is not the kind of energy that bursts with intensity or shouts for attention. Rather, it is a gentle, sustaining presence, a whisper that tells you day after day that your body still remembers movement, engagement, and vitality. When you rise in the morning without that heavy weight of fatigue pressing against your chest, when you find that a walk around the block does not leave you winded, or when small chores in your home feel neither monumental nor exhausting, these are not trivial matters. They are the quiet markers of ongoing independence, a subtle reassurance that your system is still orchestrating balance and resilience with precision. This energy is not measured in sprint times, gym benchmarks, or outward displays of strength. It is measured in the ease of daily routines, the freedom to approach the day without dread of exhaustion, and the natural rhythms that allow you to remain present in life's ordinary moments. Feeling alert without prompting caffeine or stimulants, experiencing curiosity without the fog of fatigue, and sensing your body's readiness to act without strain are all ways this whisper communicates. These signs may be overlooked in a world that prizes vigor in dramatic terms, but they matter profoundly, especially after 70. They are quiet affirmations that the years have brought wisdom without robbing capability. Energy at this stage is as much about sustainability as it is about vigor. It is the ability to maintain attention in conversations, to notice the world's small delights, to rise from a chair without hesitation, to carry groceries, and to manage modest household tasks without discomfort. Each action becomes a confirmation that the body is still tuned to its own rhythms, that the internal systems cardiovascular, musculoskeletal, endocrine, and neurological are working in harmony, often without your conscious recognition. There is also a psychological dimension to this subtle energy. A person who wakes feeling refreshed rather than worn down enters the day with a quiet confidence. There is freedom in knowing that basic needs can be met without difficulty, that fatigue will not dictate the pace of life, and that spontaneity remains within reach. This sense of ease can ripple outward, influencing mood, social engagement, and curiosity. It supports resilience against the minor stressors of daily life, unexpected errands, family visits, or sudden responsibilities. Energy becomes not a performance metric, but a form of quiet autonomy, a reassurance that the body can support life, not just survive it. It is worth reflecting on how subtle energy may shift over time. There will be days when the whisper is fainter, moments when fatigue lingers longer than expected. Yet, noticing these fluctuations without alarm allows seniors to appreciate the larger pattern. The true signal is not perfection, but the sustained presence of vitality in most days, the capacity to engage meaningfully in life without constant strain. This whisper is an invitation to respect and honor the body, to respond gently with movement, rest, and nourishment, and to understand that thriving is measured in continuity, not extremes. Recognizing and valuing this gentle, sustaining energy is a practice in mindfulness as much as in observation, paying attention to how your body carries you through ordinary life. Through breakfast, a stroll in the yard, or reading a favorite book helps reinforce the sense that your physical presence remains capable and reliable. It teaches gratitude for what continues to function, for what supports independence, and for what allows engagement with the world on your own terms. The whisper of energy is not loud, but it speaks volumes about the ongoing capacity to thrive in the years after 70. Movement is the silent testament to how well life is still flowing through the body. Beyond the whisper of energy lies the tangible expression of it, how the body carries itself, how joints respond, how muscles cooperate without protest, and how balance allows freedom without fear. In the years after 70, the ability to move without strain is perhaps one of the most honest indicators of independence. It is more than walking or lifting. It is the graceful coordination of countless systems working quietly together to support daily living. Consider the simple act of walking from the bedroom to the kitchen. For many, it is automatic, almost invisible. But in these quiet motions, the body demonstrates its ability to coordinate strength, endurance, and stability. When steps are taken without frequent rests, when the gait is confident rather than cautious, and when each movement is fluid rather than hesitant, these are not just trivial achievements. They are proof that the musculoskeletal and nervous systems remain engaged and resilient. The harmony between heart, lungs, muscles, and joints allows the body to respond appropriately to changing conditions. Turning quickly to greet a friend, bending to lift a small object, or climbing a few stairs without hesitation. Balance, too, is a critical yet often overlooked signal. It is more than preventing falls. It is the assurance that the body can adapt to its environment. The ability to rise from a chair without gripping armrests, to navigate a crowded room, or to reach for items on a shelf demonstrates that proprioception, our sense of body position and core strength, are intact. These small, almost imperceptible feats provide profound reassurance that independence remains achievable. Each successful movement reinforces confidence, reduces anxiety about injury, and affirms that daily life can continue without being dictated by fear of strain or falls. Movement without strain also connects deeply with self-perception. The knowledge that one can move freely and safely is empowering. It nurtures confidence in decision-making, deciding to take a walk outside, to visit a friend, or to manage household tasks alone. This ease of movement supports emotional resilience, creating a feedback loop where the body's capabilities foster a sense of competence and self-assurance. When seniors move without fear or hesitation, they often notice subtle psychological benefits, a lift in mood, a spark of curiosity, and a readiness to engage socially and mentally. Physical capability is inseparable from life satisfaction. Pain, or the absence of it, is another indicator of thriving. Minor aches can be natural, but the body that moves largely without discomfort signals a preservation of function. This does not mean ignoring necessary care, but rather recognizing the moments when tasks are accomplished without strain. Bending, reaching, lifting, or carrying should feel manageable, not punishing. Appreciating these capabilities involves noticing how the body responds to repeated activity and how recovery occurs naturally after exertion. This mindfulness of physical function encourages gentle self-care, respect for limits, and the adoption of habits that sustain mobility, light stretching, regular walks, and attention to posture and ergonomics. An often overlooked aspect of movement is its connection to daily routines. Completing chores, preparing meals, gardening, or attending social activities requires more than simple muscle strength. It requires coordination, endurance, and timing. These activities are both practical and symbolic, reflecting the body's ability to support autonomy. When seniors can engage in their chosen routines without frustration or strain, it indicates that life remains manageable on their own terms. Each task accomplished reinforces not just physical health, but also the sense of agency and dignity that defines thriving later in life. The environment interacts with movement too. Living spaces that accommodate ease of motion, clear pathways, supportive chairs, safe stairways, can enhance the body's signals of strength. But even in less ideal settings, the body's ability to adapt, compensate, and navigate challenges without significant effort reflects enduring resilience. Movement without strain is therefore both a measure of capability and a reflection of confidence. Confidence that the body can meet the demands of daily living, adapt to new challenges, and sustain independence. Mindful attention to movement magnifies its significance. Paying attention to how each joint bends, how muscles respond, and how balance is maintained allows seniors to recognize and celebrate the body's quiet efficiencies. It encourages gentle enhancement of strength and flexibility through light exercises or stretches, reinforcing the natural rhythms that support long-term mobility. This practice is less about performance or comparison and more about awareness and gratitude, noticing that the body continues to serve faithfully and reliably, quietly supporting a life of autonomy and engagement. Movement without strain is not merely about the mechanics of the body, it is a narrative of resilience. It tells the story of a system that has weathered decades, that adapts to subtle changes in muscle tone, joint flexibility, and balance, and that continues to enable the joys of living. When seniors recognize these abilities, they gain not only reassurance about their physical health, but also the confidence to participate fully in life, knowing that their body still responds with cooperation, ease, and grace. In the quiet rhythm of daily life, the mind often whispers its condition more subtly than the body. Cognitive clarity, being able to think clearly, remember effortlessly, and make decisions without hesitation, is one of the most profound indicators that the body and brain are still working in harmonious balance. After 70, when physical signs may become more obvious, the ease of thought and mental engagement often provides the truest reflection of thriving. It is less about intelligence or memory tests, and more about the small, continuous confirmations that the mind is fully present, alert, and capable. Consider the simple act of conversation. Being able to follow discussions, recall names, or respond promptly without confusion is a testament to neural health and attentional focus. These interactions may seem ordinary, yet they reveal an intricate web of cognitive functions: short-term memory, language processing, focus, and the ability to contextualize information. When seniors can participate in these conversations naturally, it indicates that the brain is still integrating sensory input, past experiences, and emotional responses with fluid efficiency. This subtle clarity allows one to navigate social situations comfortably, maintain relationships, and engage meaningfully with the world. Decision-making, too, reflects cognitive vitality. Everyday choices, planning a meal, managing appointments, or even deciding on clothing for the day require integration of memory, judgment, and foresight. When decisions are made smoothly, without anxiety or confusion, the mind demonstrates resilience. These capabilities are not merely practical, they sustain autonomy and reinforce confidence. A clear mind supports independent living, allowing seniors to organize their day, anticipate challenges, and respond appropriately, all without reliance on others for guidance in routine matters. Memory plays a particularly poignant role. Remembering familiar faces, events, or locations is not simply about recalling facts, it is about continuity in life experience. Each remembered detail connects the present to the past, anchoring identity and self-understanding. Cognitive clarity ensures that these connections remain accessible, allowing seniors to participate fully in family gatherings, community activities, or personal hobbies. The mind's ability to integrate new information with long-standing memories signals not only neurological health, but also emotional and social well-being. As one continues to engage meaningfully with others and with the environment, focus and attention reveal another layer of cognitive health. In a world filled with distractions, maintaining concentration during activities such as reading, following a recipe, or enjoying a hobby is evidence that the brain can prioritize, process, and retain information. This clarity is deeply intertwined with physical rhythms. Restful sleep, balanced nutrition, and regular movement all feed the brain's efficiency. Even small lapses in attention may remind seniors to respect cognitive energy, while consistent mental engagement reflects an overall equilibrium between mind and body. Cognitive clarity is also intertwined with emotional regulation. A mind that thinks clearly can better assess situations, respond to stress, and adapt to changes. When setbacks occur, an unexpected schedule change, a minor accident, or interpersonal tension, those who retain mental sharpness often navigate these moments calmly and constructively. Their reactions are measured, grounded in understanding rather than impulsivity or frustration. This combination of mental clarity and emotional control is a subtle, yet powerful, marker of thriving, demonstrating that cognitive vitality supports resilience in the broader sense of life. The link between physical and mental function is undeniable. Neural pathways depend on oxygen-rich blood flow, cardiovascular health, and balanced hormones. Therefore, cognitive clarity is often a reflection of the body's ongoing vitality. Seniors who maintain moderate activity, proper nutrition, and restful routines often notice that mental focus and memory remain sharper, highlighting the synergy between mind and body. Observing these quiet mental signals can provide reassurance that independence and autonomy are supported by both physical and cognitive resilience. Routine and habits also play a crucial role in nurturing mental clarity. Engaging in reading, puzzles, social interaction, or learning new skills stimulates neuroplasticity, allowing the brain to remain adaptable and responsive. These practices reinforce memory, attention, and problem-solving capabilities while supporting emotional engagement and satisfaction. Cognitive clarity is not a static gift. It is nurtured through ongoing gentle mental exercise, mindfulness, and the conscious cultivation of curiosity. Even small, consistent efforts, such as reflecting on the day's events, writing notes, or sharing stories, help maintain the mind's sharpness. Furthermore, awareness of one's own cognitive strengths fosters confidence. Recognizing the ease with which one navigates thought and memory creates a sense of control and empowerment. This self-assurance encourages continued engagement with social circles, hobbies, and personal projects. Conversely, acknowledging minor lapses without judgment allows seniors to adjust routines, prioritize tasks, and maintain independence without unnecessary anxiety. Cognitive clarity is therefore both a practical tool and a reassurance of life's continuity, offering proof that the mind remains a trustworthy companion in daily living. In essence, the mind's quiet signals fluid conversation, remembered details, decisive action, and attentive focus are profound indicators of thriving after 70. They reveal the depth of ongoing brain health, the seamless integration of memory and experience, and the ability to interact fully with the world. Cognitive clarity is the bridge between past experience and present action, ensuring that life continues not just safely, but meaningfully. When seniors recognize these subtle signs, they gain confidence in their independence, reassurance in their ongoing engagement, and a renewed appreciation for the intricate harmony between mind and body. In the quiet moments of life, the body often communicates its strength through the most ordinary of acts, eating, digesting, and deriving energy from food. These routines, so easily taken for granted, are profound markers of ongoing vitality. After 70, when so many changes, physical, emotional, and social, naturally occur, the simple ability to enjoy a meal, feel satisfied, and maintain a healthy appetite quietly reflects resilience and health. Nourishment is not just a source of energy, it is a signal that the body's internal systems are functioning in harmony, and that life, in its ordinary cadence, continues to be supported and sustainable. Appetite serves as the body's initial whisper of well-being. A steady desire to eat indicates that the digestive system, hormonal regulation, and metabolic processes are still aligned. It reflects not only physical health, but also the mind's engagement with life. The pleasure of taste, the social joy of shared meals, and the comfort of routine all contribute to maintaining interest in food. Those who retain a consistent appetite are often those who wake with energy, move with ease, and participate fully in daily life. Conversely, a diminished or erratic appetite can signal subtle shifts in health that warrant attention, emphasizing the value of observing these quiet signals without panic, but with gentle awareness. Digestion, equally essential, reveals the body's internal efficiency. Proper digestion depends on a balance of enzymes, gut flora, and organ function. Feeling light after a meal, avoiding discomfort, and maintaining regularity suggests that the body is successfully processing nutrients, sustaining energy, and preventing stress on internal systems. Seniors who experience ease in digestion often notice a smoother rhythm in daily life. Energy levels remain stable, moods are more balanced, and engagement in activities continues without interruption. The digestive process, though invisible, is an ongoing conversation between the body and the nourishment it receives, quietly confirming the body's resilience. Equally important is the ability to extract value from what we eat. Nutritional absorption, vitamins, minerals, proteins, and healthy fats supports every aspect of health, from muscle strength and bone density to cognitive function and immune resilience. In seniors, this subtle function becomes a critical foundation for continued independence. The body's capacity to transform ordinary meals into usable energy allows for mobility, mental clarity, and emotional stability. Observing how one feels after meals, whether there is vitality or fatigue, offers insight into whether these internal processes are thriving or in need of gentle attention. Beyond the mechanics of digestion, the joy of eating itself signals ongoing vitality. Sharing a meal with loved ones, savoring the aroma of freshly cooked food, or simply appreciating the texture of a favorite dish nourishes the mind as well as the body. Appetite and enjoyment are intertwined. A mind attuned to life's pleasures reinforces the body's willingness to accept nourishment. Seniors who maintain this engagement often exhibit higher resilience, not only physically, but also socially and emotionally, as shared meals become moments of connection, laughter, and continuity. These ordinary joys are silent markers that life, in its rhythm, is still being lived fully. Routine plays a powerful role in sustaining these signals. Planning meals, preparing foods, and maintaining hydration are acts of both self-care and cognitive engagement. Such practices ensure that nutrition is consistent and balanced, supporting physical and mental health simultaneously. They also create structure, reinforcing a sense of purpose and autonomy. Even small routines, enjoying a morning tea, a simple salad at noon, or a light evening snack, become touch points of mindfulness, reminding seniors that the body is both capable and appreciated. Observing these rhythms allows for ongoing recognition of internal strength. Hydration, often overlooked, is another subtle signal of vitality. Water supports digestion, regulates temperature, and maintains cellular health. Seniors who drink adequately, feel hydrated, and notice their body responding favorably are benefiting from one of the most fundamental yet frequently unnoticed markers of thriving. Dehydration can subtly impair energy, concentration, and mood, making attention to fluid intake an essential aspect of nurturing life quietly but meaningfully. Finally, the relationship between nourishment and energy cannot be understated. Meals are not mere survival tools. They are the foundation for the other signs of thriving: movement, cognitive clarity, and emotional resilience. A well-nourished body fuels walks to the park, a clear mind, and the ability to engage socially. Food becomes a partner in sustaining independence and life satisfaction. Seniors who recognize and honor this connection are often those who quietly thrive, appreciating not only the physiological effects of eating, but also the emotional and social dimensions of sharing nourishment with the world. In essence, appetite, digestion, and nourishment are not just functions, they are signals. They reflect internal harmony, resilience, and the body's capacity to sustain life fully. They remind us that thriving is often found not in extraordinary feats, but in the daily confirmation that the body continues to operate with quiet grace. By observing these subtle signs, seniors gain reassurance of their ongoing health, the freedom to live independently, and the satisfaction of engaging in life with both mindfulness and vitality. Meals, in their simplicity, become daily affirmations of life, strength, and the body's quiet signals that all is functioning as it should. As the years accumulate, the body and mind become entwined in ways that are both subtle and profound. Thriving is no longer measured solely by physical strength or mobility. It is equally reflected in how one navigates the emotional landscape of life. Emotional resilience, the ability to recover from stress, adapt to change, and maintain a sense of equilibrium, is a quiet but powerful signal that the body is functioning harmoniously. For seniors, this form of strength is as crucial as a steady heartbeat or a stable gait. It underpins daily life, independence, and satisfaction, offering reassurance that age is not a limitation. but a stage where accumulated wisdom and adaptive capacity converge. Emotional resilience often reveals itself in small, almost imperceptible ways. It may be the calm acceptance of a minor setback, a moment of patience when plans are disrupted, or the ability to enjoy the company of friends without feeling burdened by past regrets. Seniors who can process these daily stressors with grace demonstrate that their nervous systems, hormonal balance, and cognitive faculties are working in concert. The capacity to rebound from irritation, disappointment, or frustration is not merely psychological. It is physiological. The body's response to stress, including heart rate variability, cortisol regulation, and the balance of neurotransmitters, influences how calmly the mind experiences life. Quietly, every measured breath, every stable mood, and every recovered moment after a minor challenge signals that the body remains resilient. Life after 70 presents unique emotional challenges. Health concerns, the loss of friends or loved ones, and shifts in social roles can stir anxiety, loneliness, or sadness. Yet those who maintain their emotional equilibrium often find ways to navigate these changes without being overwhelmed. Emotional resilience is nurtured through reflection, mindfulness, and connection. Seniors who recognize and accept their feelings rather than suppress them allow the body's systems to adjust and recover naturally. Just as muscles repair after gentle exercise, emotional muscles require attention, patience, and practice to remain strong. This subtle balance between acknowledging stress and cultivating calm reflects a body that continues to adapt efficiently. Recovery from emotional strain is also a sign of vitality. It may appear as the ability to shake off worry after a challenging day, regain interest in hobbies, or re-engage socially even after disappointment. Each instance demonstrates that the nervous system and hormonal responses are functioning effectively, allowing for a return to baseline emotional states. These patterns, though often invisible to outside observers, are quietly reassuring. The body, when supported by routines of sleep, movement, nutrition, and mental engagement, maintains a foundation for life satisfaction. Seniors who cultivate recovery skills, whether through journaling, gentle exercise, or meaningful conversation, are actively preserving this foundational strength. Social engagement plays a critical role in emotional resilience. Shared experiences, laughter, and the simple act of conversing with peers or family provide both mental stimulation and emotional support. Seniors who participate in social activities, maintain connections, and feel heard demonstrate an ongoing capacity to regulate emotions. Even subtle interactions, such as offering advice, sharing stories, or enjoying quiet companionship, reinforce the sense of purpose and belonging, which strengthens the body's ability to cope with stress. Emotional resilience is not solitary. It thrives within the networks of connection that surround each individual, quietly reminding the body that it is supported both physiologically and socially. Mindful practices also enhance emotional balance. Techniques like deep breathing, meditation, or gentle yoga provide opportunities for the nervous system to reset, for tension to dissolve, and for the mind to regain clarity. Seniors who integrate these practices into their daily routines often notice a steadier mood, clearer thinking, and a deeper capacity to enjoy life's moments. These activities are not mere hobbies. They are restorative processes that echo the body's natural design for resilience. The calm presence cultivated through these methods reflects a body that is not only surviving but thriving, adapting to life's inevitable changes with grace. Furthermore, emotional resilience intertwines with physical health in profound ways. Chronic stress can undermine immune function, disrupt sleep, and weaken muscles. Conversely, the ability to process emotions effectively supports restful sleep, stable blood pressure, and sustained energy. Seniors who navigate life's challenges with measured responses are often those who demonstrate better overall health outcomes. Their quiet emotional strength signals that the body and mind are still in alignment, supporting longevity and independence. Observing how one responds to minor frustrations, setbacks, or changes offers insight into this invisible but crucial marker of thriving. Reflection, too, becomes a tool for nurturing resilience. Seniors who pause to consider their experiences, identify sources of joy, and acknowledge achievements cultivate a balanced perspective. This reflective practice strengthens the ability to cope with life's uncertainties, reinforcing the body's natural capacity to recover from stress. By valuing emotional well-being alongside physical and cognitive health, seniors maintain a holistic sense of vitality. Each moment of calm, each laugh shared with a friend, and each emotionally processed experience reinforces the body's quiet signals of life, strength, and ongoing capacity to thrive. Ultimately, emotional resilience is the bridge connecting all other signs of thriving. Energy, mobility, cognitive clarity, and nourishment are enhanced by a mind capable of steady, balanced emotional functioning. Seniors who cultivate this inner stability continue to enjoy independence, engage socially, and maintain a deep sense of purpose. Emotional resilience reminds us that thriving is not just a matter of physical capability, but of the body and mind working together, responding to life's rhythm with patience, wisdom, and adaptability. In the quiet ways it manifests, this resilience signals that life, in its fullest sense, is still very much within reach. The journey of thriving after 70 is subtle, quiet, and deeply personal. The signs we have explored, sustained energy, effortless movement, cognitive clarity, balanced appetite, and emotional resilience, are not fleeting achievements but ongoing processes, delicate indicators of a body and mind in harmony. Recognizing these signals is only the first step. Nurturing them consistently ensures that life continues to be rich, meaningful, and independent. Sustaining these quiet signals is less about grand gestures and more about daily choices that honor the body's rhythms, respect its limits, and celebrate its enduring capacities. The first cornerstone of maintaining vitality is gentle, consistent movement. The body thrives on activity that is measured and mindful rather than rushed or forced. Daily walks through a quiet neighborhood, stretching exercises that awaken muscles, or light strength work to maintain balance and coordination all serve to reinforce physical resilience. These movements, performed with awareness, not only protect joints and muscles but also support cardiovascular health, cognitive function, and emotional stability. Seniors who honor their bodies with regular, enjoyable activity often find that their energy persists, their mobility remains fluid, and their independence is preserved. Movement becomes a dialogue between mind and body, a reminder that physical capabilities, though subtly expressed, remain a foundation for thriving. Equally important is nutrition, which fuels every quiet signal of vitality. Eating mindfully, favoring whole foods, balanced meals, and adequate hydration reinforces the body's internal balance. Enjoying meals, savoring flavors, and choosing nutrient-rich options may seem ordinary, but these practices strengthen digestion, stabilize energy levels, and support mental clarity. Seniors who approach nourishment not as a chore but as a daily ritual often notice a profound effect on all areas of life. The body communicates its well-being through appetite and digestion, and by listening attentively, seniors can maintain both health and pleasure in daily routines. Simple choices: fresh fruits, vegetables, lean proteins, and hydrating beverages become subtle yet powerful affirmations of care and longevity. Mental engagement is another pillar of sustaining life's quiet signals. The brain, like muscles, thrives on challenge and stimulation. Reading, solving puzzles, learning new skills, or participating in meaningful conversations keeps cognitive pathways active and nurtures memory, focus, and decision-making. For seniors, intellectual engagement does not require complexity. Even daily reflection, sharing stories, or practicing a creative hobby reinforces neural connections. By keeping the mind active, the body's energy and adaptability are supported, creating a harmonious interplay between physical health and mental sharpness. Cognitive stimulation, when pursued with curiosity and joy, becomes a sustaining force that preserves independence and the capacity to respond to life with confidence. Social connection weaves an equally important thread in the tapestry of thriving. Loneliness and isolation can quietly erode energy, emotional resilience, and even physical health. Regular interactions with friends, family, or community groups provide both emotional nourishment and mental stimulation. Seniors who nurture social bonds often report greater life satisfaction, steadier moods, and enhanced cognitive performance. These connections serve as reminders that thriving is not solitary, but relational, rooted in shared experience, empathy, and mutual support. Even small gestures, phone calls, letters, shared meals, or community involvement reinforce the body's signals of vitality, subtly strengthening resilience and joy. Mindfulness and emotional care act as the glue that binds all the other signals together. Awareness of one's feelings, patience with oneself, and reflection on life's experiences help regulate stress, maintain emotional balance, and foster contentment. Seniors who practice mindfulness, meditation, or simple reflective routines give the nervous system space to reset, reduce tension, and sustain calm. Emotional well-being influences every other sign of thriving. Energy levels, appetite, physical mobility, and cognitive clarity are all affected by emotional equilibrium. By cultivating mindfulness, seniors learn to respond to life's challenges gracefully, turning everyday moments into opportunities for resilience and reflection. Finally, maintaining these quiet signals requires compassion and adaptability. Life after 70 is filled with shifts, physical changes, evolving social roles, and new personal challenges. Those who thrive approach these changes with a gentle awareness, adjusting routines, seeking support when needed, and celebrating small successes. Self-care becomes a principle, not an indulgence. Rest, sleep, and relaxation are honored alongside activity, nutrition, and engagement. The balance of effort and ease allows the body to sustain its energy, movement, cognition, appetite, and emotional resilience over time. Recognizing limits is not a weakness, but a way of listening to the body, ensuring that life remains not just long, but meaningful. In the quiet ways these practices are implemented, seniors find not only physical preservation, but also profound joy and autonomy. Sustaining energy, mobility, mental clarity, nourishment, and emotional resilience allows for participation in life without constant struggle or fatigue. The ordinary, daily choices, choosing to walk, prepare a balanced meal, engage in conversation, or rest mindfully, become acts of empowerment. Each small action reaffirms the body's ongoing capacity to thrive, ensuring that independence, dignity, and satisfaction continue well into the later years. Ultimately, sustaining your quiet signals is a lifelong dialogue with your own body. It is about noticing subtle strengths, nurturing them consistently, and honoring the wisdom that comes with age. Seniors who embrace these practices experience life in a full spectrum, from the simple joy of waking refreshed to the deep satisfaction of connecting meaningfully with others. The signals we have explored are more than markers of survival. They are indicators of a life lived with awareness, intention, and grace. By caring for these quiet strengths, seniors continue to thrive, not loudly or ostentatiously, but with the calm, enduring vitality that allows independence and fulfillment to flourish long after 70.